Welcome back to BNP Legal. We, through our channel, are trying to empower people with the knowledge about their rights. In our today's vlog, we are going to be talking about your right to information in India. We, the people of India, have been vested with a right to hold the government officials accountable for the actions taken by them in their official capacity. The provision, procedure, and information which can be gathered from these public authorities came in the form of a legislation, and today we know it as Right to Information Act 2005. It was needed to keep a check on unreasonable denial of information and lack of accountability. We needed to encourage transparency and to stop the misappropriation of funds by these public officers, to be entitled to certain documents as a matter of right. And also, this act exposes cronyism and encourages fair market and competition in the public sector. In one of the cases, the Honorable Supreme Court of India analyzed the right to information in the light of human rights, and it was held by the court that it is a requisite for making administration and governance accountable and more transparent. The act highlights that a citizen has a right to know, and this quest may be in regard to the inspection of work done by the public department by asking them to provide us with certain documents which are open to the public. Also, asking for certified copies and records from the departments is another aspect of this act. Now, this information may be procured in the form of disk, floppies, or other electronic modes by paying the requisite fee. Let us now try to understand the ambit of this act, and let us understand that who is liable to provide such information under the act. Now, in context of Indian state, the public officials have been entrusted with a responsibility to work for public welfare and ensure transparency. We therefore have a right to seek information of the work being done from municipal corporations, from public sector units, be it any government department, ministries at state as well as central level. We also can ask certain documents from judiciary, government-owned companies, government universities, government schools, works department, roads authorities, and also certain provident fund departments. Every right comes with certain restrictions, and there is some information which cannot be disclosed as per the act. Now, the public authorities are under no obligation to provide information on the following: information, disclosure of which would affect the sovereignty and integrity of India; the information which would affect the security, strategy, scientific, or economic interests of a state will not be disclosed or given by these public authorities. Now, any information which has been forbidden to be published by any court of law or by any tribunal. Any information which would cause a breach of privilege of a parliament or the state legislature, as all these authorities are given certain privileges as per the Indian Constitution. Any information which would affect the comparative position of a third party, like its trade secrets or any other incidental or related rights. Now, information disclosed in a fiduciary relationship, for example, a client-attorney or doctor-patient privilege, cannot be given. Information received in confidence from the foreign government. This might be in regard to some policy or otherwise. Now, any information, the disclosure of which would endanger the life or physical safety of any person, because life here is invaluable, or any information which would infringe the privacy of an individual will not be disclosed. Information which would impede this process of investigation or prosecution of offenders. Some official papers of the dignitaries or higher authorities cannot be disclosed. As I already mentioned, that we through our vlogs are trying to empower you. Let us now try to understand that how do you file an RTI application. The first step is to identify the department which is responsible for providing information about the issue concerned. Now, subsequently, write or type the application on a paper, maybe in English, Hindi, or the official language of the state. Address it to the PIO, which stands for Public Information Officer of the concerned department. Now, be very specific with a question about the document or clarification or any other information that you need. Write your full name, contact details, and address where you want the response on your RTI to be sent. You can also take a photocopy of the application for your record. You will have to deposit any fee for this post or postal order. You can send the RTI request via registered post or maybe online by giving the requisite fee. Now, if you're submitting the application to the PIO in person, do remember to take an acknowledgement from him or her. We will now be talking about the time limit in which the information asked for will have to be provided by the officer. Now, these public authorities designate some of their officers as PIOs or Public Information Officers. The first request for information goes to the central or state public information officer, which is designated by these public authorities. Now, these officers are required to provide information that has been sought in an RTI application within 30 days of the request. Also, information which involves life or personal liberty of an individual will have to be provided within 48 hours. I would now like to talk about the concept of first appeal and second appeal given to us under this RTI Act. Now, talking about first appeal, any person who does not receive a decision within the time specified or who is aggrieved by a decision of the central or state public information officer may, within a period of 30 days from the expiry of such period or from the receipt of such a decision, prefer an appeal to an officer who is senior in rank. Now, this appeal will go to the person who is senior in rank to the PIO who had given you that information. The appellate authority is mandated by the Act to revert in 30 days from the date of receipt of that appeal. Let us now go into details of the second appeal. Now, second appeal is specified in the Act and it provides that in a scenario where the first appellate authority or FAA fails to furnish a reply to the first appeal within a period of 30 days, or maybe the citizen is not satisfied with the response or decision of this FAA, or FAA acts in a manner that goes against the spirit of this RTI Act, then in such a case, the appeal shall lie to the State Information Commission or the Central Information Commission as the case may be. The Right to Information Act ensures a service-oriented working of democracy, and we encourage people to stand up for their cause. Thanks a lot for watching this vlog, and we hope that you found it informative. For more such vlogs and videos, please log into www.bnblegal.com and do subscribe to our YouTube channel.